Hello and welcome, friends. I am so excited to be on a very special call with a very special, super pregnant 45-year-old Joelma. Are you 45?
44.
44.
Yes.
44-year-old,
44.
beautiful pregnant lady. I have not heard her story yet. I am on the edge of this couch waiting to hear the story. Again, welcome to the Poppin' Past 40 interviews. This is a new segment that I'm calling Interview with a Mother. These are inspirational stories with actual women who are over 40 and their stories of conception and all of everything. So also please forgive me, I have a summer cold. So I'm a little cough. Okay, so Joelma, tell us what's going on with you right now.
Well, first, I would like to start saying that I got married very late. I was 39 when I got married, and I had no idea about getting pregnant. I thought like the technology is here, so I just go to the doctor and I'll be pregnant.
Yes.
So I went to the doctor and I was like shocked that he told me that my ovarian reserve was almost zero. So even with an IVF, maybe I wouldn't be able to conceive. And he said the treatment is really hard. So if I were you, I wouldn't try an IVF. I would go straight for egg donation. And I was devastated. And I told my husband that I want to try with my own eggs, even though I almost don't have it. I want to try.
And you were Joelma, you were still getting a period at this point though.
Yes.
You
yes,
weren't
I was
having
getting.
like you weren't having like a perimenopausal symptom. You were just getting your period. You just thought nothing was
No,
wrong. Yeah.
nothing is wrong. And I had no idea. And then we start the treatment.
Wait,
So
Joelma, I have a quick question. So
sure.
you were in New York at like a fertility clinic?
Yes, at NYU.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And when they walked in, the first thing they said, "Don't even bother trying."
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my God! Oh my God! I was
Exactly.
there. I went through the same thing, so I was there. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a terrible thing to hear, especially when you don't know nothing about it.
Right.
And so I started the treatment. I didn't stay at NYU because I didn't like the doctor, so I changed. I went to RMA.
Mm-hmm.
And I started my treatment. Was like really hard. So even though taking all the medications for an IVF, I wasn't able to make eggs. So I was just like having one egg. So you're not gonna try an IVF having one egg because the chance that it's not gonna be an embryo it's very high. So I was like always cancel the IVF and doing the IUI instead. So I did 4 IUI, and when I tried for the fifth time, I got 4 eggs. So I was like really, really happy. I know some women they get like 30, but with 4 I was thrilled.
Wait.
And
Wait. Okay. So you were doing IUI, but you were taking meds as if you were going to do an IVF cycle?
yes, I was
Okay.
taking the medications for IVF.
Right. But then they weren't harvesting them. They were just going to do an IUI. I love IUI. So wait, and
Yeah,
also you have a 2-year-old. So is
I
this,
have it now, but by that time I was trying to have my first child,
oh, so this is the first pregnancy we're talking about now.
the first pregnancy.
Great.
Yes,
Let's go. So this is the first pregnancy. I
the
love your
first
story
pregnancy.
so much. So you were how
Yeah.
old when you were trying for the first pregnancy?
I was 39,
39.
almost
Okay.
40.
Okay. So they told you don't bother. Then they stimulated your ovaries. You did all the medication for a full IVF cycle. You got 4
Yes.
eggs and then you did
Yeah.
IUI. Okay.
No,
Got it.
I tried 4 times an IVF, the medication for IVF, but I didn't make more than one egg. That's why they canceled the IVF. and I had an IUI instead 4 times. But I took all the medications as I was having an IVF.
Yes, got it.
And the 50th time, I had 4 eggs. So I was thrilled because I had just one for 4 times. And then they only 3 survived. And on the 3rd day, another one died. I ended up having just one embryo. So we did a PGS test to see if everything was okay. And I was like, just one. It was my only shot. So they called me back saying that the embryo came back, the test came back normal. So we couldn't do the transfer right away because my hormones level was like crazy. So the embryo was frozen for more than 30 days.
Yes.
And I did the transfer and I got pregnant.
Oh,
So
that's so beautiful.
Yeah. And by that time I was 40. So 40 something. And then my son was born when I was 41.
Beautiful.
I had a vaginal delivery. Everything was fine. Okay. And but I had a very hard pregnancy, my first one. I have hyperemesis. I don't know if you heard about it.
No.
It's like hyperemesis is a very severe disease that you feel sick from day one until your baby's born. So I was vomiting. I was going to the ER a lot.
So
I couldn't keep food down.
Is that what Kate Middleton had?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
I had
exactly.
a client that had that. Yes. Yes. I just didn't know the name. We just called it like severe morning sickness. But
just a second, please. Just a second. Thank you. Sorry, the nurse just came by. And yes, exactly what she had. So I was like, after my son was born, I told my husband that I didn't want to get pregnant because I suffered a lot. So if I get the same disease and I have a baby, it would be so hard for me to take care of the baby because I could barely take care of myself.
Yes.
So we decided to adopt instead because we don't want to have just one child. Yes. We want more. And then we live in Brooklyn in a very small apartment, just 1 bedroom. So we were like trying to move to a bigger place and then start the process for adoption.
Yes.
But then I was tracking my ovulation with the ovulation kits from the pharmacy. So I was doing the reverse when I was trying. So when I was ovulating, I was avoiding my husband because I didn't want to get pregnant.
Right.
And I got pregnant.
Oh my
God! I went to the doctor and they said, "How come?" First, I had no eggs. How can I be natural pregnant? And I was tracking my ovulation. Nothing happened when I was ovulating. And my husband was traveling. He was even home. And she said, well, sometimes can happen that you ovulate twice. He said, but I have no eggs. How come I can ovulate twice? It was like a shock. But I was thrilled, of course. Scared, but thrilled. And after
I just want you to know you can't see me, but I'm getting teary-eyed. I'm like, have goosebumps all over my body. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah. So I was like very, very happy and shocked at the same time. Because it was like, wow, after all I went through, and now I'm just pregnant. And I'm 44. Right. I was 43 when I got pregnant. Now I'm 44. And I wait a week because I was like only 3 weeks pregnant because I got it very soon. And I called the doctor and they said, I'm pregnant. I got the test from the pharmacy and pregnant. And they said, but you're only 3 weeks. You're not going to be able to see anything. And I was panicking because with an IVF, I was seeing the doctor every 2 days.
Right, and for monitoring, you can see everything. It's
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I need to see the doctor. I'm going crazy. I have to see. I can't wait. And then they saw me and she said, yes, you're pregnant. You can't see much, but you're pregnant. And then when I came back to the doctor, she said, you're pregnant with twins. So I couldn't talk. I was speechless.
That is God. That is God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was speechless. And I couldn't talk. I wasn't able to talk. And even the doctor, she said, I'm not a very religious person, but I have no explanation for you than telling you like that someone up there did that. And I
Oh
was
my God,
like,
I'm so happy for you.
yeah, I was like, oh my God. I was just crying. I couldn't talk. I was able to talk when I got home. And the first thing that I told my husband, he was like trying to talk to me. I was like making signs with my hands that I was okay, but I couldn't talk. And then when we got home, the first thing I said is, we need to move right now. We have no space. So now we moved to Maplewood, New Jersey.
Oh my
Like we have
God.
a
So we
yeah, we
live in
have a
Jersey City, and we've been looking at different areas, and one of the areas we love is Maplewood. So it's gorgeous there. Oh, I'm so happy.
yeah, yeah. We moved a week ago, so it's still a
Oh,
mess.
I'm so
And
happy for you.
thank you. And I'm 30 weeks pregnant. With the twins, everything's fine. Everything's good. It's just like one of my water broke just from one baby. So I need to stay in the hospital. The doctors are trying to keep them for 4 more weeks. So I'm here
Oh, it's
in
so
God's
great.
hands.
So you're in the hospital, but
Yes,
you are getting excellent care, and everyone is loving you up.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I really want to talk about your faith, and because a lot of the work that I do with my clients is really about your connection to source, to God,
Mhm,
and your
mhm.
connection to actually the baby beings around you, and
Yes,
that you connect with those souls, and
yes.
also how maybe your son played a hand in bringing the babies in, because I don't quote scripture a lot. I'm not very religious, but
Mhm.
there's that quote in the Bible, to he who hath, more will be given.
Yes.
And so I think something happens. In my book, I talk about how I got a puppy and it made me a
Mhm.
mom. And then it opened
Yeah.
the door to getting pregnant. I got pregnant very quickly after I got the
Oh, wow.
puppy. Like
Oh,
4
wow.
months after I got the puppy, I got pregnant. Um,
Wow.
because you have to wake up in the middle of the night with a puppy. You have to take care of the puppy. You have to feed the
Yes.
puppy. You have to take the puppy out.
Yeah.
The puppy starts losing its teeth.
It's like a child.
It's
Yeah.
like a child.
Yeah.
So I think in your situation, you had your son, and then you were already you're a mom, so the universe was like, okay, well, she's really good at it. And then the baby
Yeah.
beings were like, wow, she's an amazing mom. I want to be in that family. And so you
Yeah.
know what I mean. So
Yeah.
can you tell me what your prayer, like what you were doing, how you were visioning, what were you doing?
I mean, to try to get pregnant, you mean?
Just,
Because I
yeah.
wasn't trying.
Right. But no, I mean, you had a vision for having another child in your life.
Yes. Yes. I mean, if you want to talk about faith, I want to tell you something very quickly. I'm a Christian, so I believe in God.
Yes.
And my mom is a Christian, but my mom is like, she's very, very, very religious. So when I told my mom that I want to adopt a child, that we're getting ready for that, she told me, I refuse to have my daughter taking care of a child that doesn't belong to her. And I was like,
Oh,
what are you talking about? Are you
oh,
crazy?
oh,
I said,
oh.
that's okay. I want it. It's going to
Yeah.
be my child anyway.
Yeah.
But, she's like, oh, then she's like, no. And she said, no, I don't accept that. I'm going to put my knees on the floor. I'm going to ask God to give you a child
What?
from you, to put a child on your uterus. And I was like, Mom, I don't want it. You know how I went through my last pregnancy. So I'm just going to get a baby ready. I don't need to go through everything again. And
Wait,
she
and
said nothing.
can I ask you a question? The second
Sure.
pregnancy, did you have the morning sickness disease, or it was okay?
No, I had nothing.
You had nothing, no
Nothing.
problem. Oh my
Nothing.
God. Oh
No
God.
problem.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So your mother and your mother's in another country, or she's here?
Yes. She's in Brazil.
I knew you were Brazilian because I have a
Yeah.
friend. My daughter has one of her best friends at school is this little Brazilian girl, and the mother's name is Lígia, and they're from Brazil. And so we just had
Yeah.
her 4th birthday, and they were singing the birthday
Oh,
where they
wow.
clap the hands, you know. They do
Yeah. Very
and
long song.
yeah.
Yeah.
So so I'm now very friendly with this woman from Brazil. So I really understand the culture now. It's a very
Yeah.
beautiful culture. So your mom's in
Yeah.
Brazil. She says, I don't want adoption. She's praying
Yeah.
now for you to have a baby
Yeah.
in your uterus, she says, specifically in
Yes.
your uterus.
Yes.
So you
Exactly.
have your mother who's very connected to spirit, very religious.
Yes.
She's praying for you. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I said, Mom, first, I have no eggs. And second, I don't want it. And third, I'm tracking my ovulations, so there is no way that I'm gonna get pregnant. And she said, God is gonna give you a child. You're gonna get pregnant. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Doesn't matter if you want or not, because you want one more child, and you're gonna get pregnant. I believe in God, and He's gonna do it. And the end.
I'm
And I
getting
was like,
chills. I'm
okay.
getting chills, Joelma.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I don't want to talk to you anymore about this, okay? And then after a month, I got pregnant.
Wow, I think I'm going to have all my clients call your mother.
Yes.
I
I was
think
like, Mom, I'm going to have many people calling you.
she's the baby whisperer. She's got the
Yeah,
direct line to the creator, and she's just making a
exactly.
baby.
Exactly. And then when I called her, that I said, Mom, I'm pregnant. She started screaming and thanking God. And she said, I knew it. I knew it. It was like everybody was crying, was like crazy.
What's your mother's name?
My mother's name is Ilza.
Ilza. Oh, God bless
Yes.
Ilza. And you know what?
Mhm.
She made it an easy pregnancy for you. When she asked for it, I'm sure she said,
Yes.
make it easy on her.
Yes. Yes. And she said, you're not going to have anything. Everything's going to be fine.
Mm.
And it was. I mean, I'm in the hospital now, but the end of the pregnancy was like, it's okay.
So I want you to know that 3 of my clients texted me about your post. Everyone
Oh,
is
that's
in
so
love with
nice.
you.
Oh,
So just to tell our audience what happened, Joelma had gorgeous maternity pictures done with her beautiful big belly, and then
thank you.
posted on, it was like a trying to conceive over 40 group. I'm a member of so many groups on Facebook, so I don't remember
Yes,
which
it
one it
is one. Yeah, try to conceive after 40.
So she posted this picture, and it's like she just got flooded with comments and congratulations and likes and everything. And I saw it. I said, "Oh my God, I have to talk to her." And so I didn't want to tell you this in a message on Facebook, but I wanted to surprise you when we're on the phone. I thought I was going to be able to see you.
Yeah.
One of my best mom friends is a very amazing newborn photographer. And it's Newport Babies Photography in Jersey City. And I told her your story. I showed her the post, and she has offered you a free newborn session. So I just want to let you know that everybody
Now
loves
I'm
you.
crying.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So everyone, and everyone loves you. So it's all good. So we're just spreading the joy. And we're with your mom, Ilza. We're praying. Everything's good. These babies are healthy, happy, and whole. And so what would you say to women in their 40s that are trying to conceive, or when you get that notice from the doctor's telling you it's never going to happen and you need a donor egg, or, don't even bother trying?
Yes, I would say never give up, even though you have a negative from the doctor. I know the doctor knows what he's doing, what he's saying, but you gotta believe. It doesn't matter if you believe in God or whatever your belief is. You gotta believe and tell yourself that it's gonna happen, and do everything that you can. If you need to go on a health diet, exercise, take vitamins, whatever you gotta do, just do it because it's worth it, and it's gonna happen. If you believe, if you really, really believe it, it's gonna happen. It's like the human was made to conceive, to have kids. So you're not asking for anything wrong. You're not doing anything wrong. Just believe. Don't get in like sad stories like people say, oh, I'm trying for 20 years. It's not because it happens to them, it's going to happen to you. You just believe that you want a child and you'll get pregnant. Doesn't matter how, if it's an egg donations for your own egg, or if you're going to go for adoptions, it doesn't matter. You're going to be a mother. Just believe it.
It doesn't matter. You'll be a mother no matter what, whatever,
Yes.
in one way or another. And you can always call Ilza in Brazil.
Yes. Yes.
The Ilza baby prayer line.
Yes.
Oh my God.
If you're not like taking it, just call my mom and she's going to pray for you. She doesn't speak English though, but.
I wish I spoke Portuguese because I would interview your mom in a minute, but
yeah.
So, okay. So can we talk about your diet? And did you, when you were trying to conceive with your son, then when you were, the other thing is when you were getting ready for the adoption that didn't happen because you got pregnant, you were ready in your space. You were, you were visioning of a bigger apartment. You were, so
exactly.
Can we talk for a minute about, diet and supplementation? And did you do any acupuncture, anything like that when you were getting pregnant with your son?
Yes, my first, I was taking vitamins. I changed my diet. I wasn't having a lot of caffeine. I wasn't drinking alcohol. I was like having fruits, and I wasn't having like bacon, things like fat things. I was going to the gym 3 times a week. And I didn't do acupuncture, it didn't work for me, but I did fertility yoga. So I did it twice a week. Yeah, I was doing it twice a week. So I was trying my best. So I was trying to get my body ready to receive.
So where do they offer fertility yoga? Like I've done prenatal yoga, but I haven't heard of specific fertility yoga. I love that.
Yeah, I found a lady that she does fertility yoga at NYU. She's not a part of NYU. She just used the clinic for the fertility. I can send you her contact now.
So
I don't have it now.
She's a private instructor?
She's a private instructions, but she has a class with many women too.
And so is that at Cole Center at NYU, the Cole Center?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and she has 2 daughters. They're not twins. She had IVF twice to have her daughters, so she went through the things that
I would love to talk with her. Maybe maybe you could connect the 2 of us. That would be great.
Yes, I will. Her name is Dahlia, so I will send you.
Oh, great! Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So, okay, so the diet was just you were eating clean. You were eating just more fruits and vegetables, and
fish and everything.
Less processed meats, more lighter meats. And your supplementation. Were you following It Starts with an Egg? That book, or were you?
No, I started reading, but I was like, no, this is too much for me. And then I was like doing on my own. Yes, so I was just doing my own. Of course, I was talking the vitamins that I was taking. I asked the doctor, and she said nothing is proving that it helps, but doesn't hurt. So I was like, if it doesn't hurt, I'm gonna try it.
So what was your protocol? Were you doing like DHEA,
DHEA, CQ. I forgot the names, but I can send you all the names that I was taking.
So were you doing like coenzyme Q10, like ubiquinol or?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then you were doing the DHEA and you were doing like a fish oil, like a the fish oil?
The prenatal is
Prenatal.
GHA, you mean? Yes.
DHA,
And
yeah.
I was
That's it.
having the GHEA, which is like to improve the quality of the eggs.
DHEA it's a
Mhm.
male hormone that declines in women over 35. So DHEA is what I took also. And the
Yeah,
doctor said the same thing to me. Well, it's not proven that it changes, but try it.
yeah.
And then I had another doctor that really believed in it. He was like, yes, you have to take this. So when I had mine checked, I really only needed 25 milligrams. The normal dosage is like 75 of the DHEA.
75 is, is what I was taking, 75.
So you were taking a prenatal, and which prenatal were you taking? Do you remember?
I don't remember the brand, but it was prenatal with GHA. GHA,
DHA.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's the
and
oil, fish oil.
with the fish oil, and then
Mm-hmm.
any other sorts of things, like anything weird, like fertility dolls or stones or essential oils, or
No,
no?
just exercising, going to the gym, and doing the fertility yoga.
Great. I love the fertility yoga. That's so great.
Yeah,
So,
it is.
and you were not drinking alcohol, and you were not having any caffeine, no tea even?
No,
No.
no
Okay. Yeah.
tea, no sodas, nothing.
You know what? I completely gave up caffeine when I was trying to conceive.
Mm-hmm.
My Chinese doctor would not even let me have green tea. So I was like, really, no, nothing. Now I have a
Yeah.
4-year-old. I'm not sleeping very well. And so I have my coffee right here.
Yes.
Okay. So, and you were eating eggs? Were you eating eggs?
Yes, every day. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love whole eggs. You were getting good quality eggs.
Yes.
Okay. And then can you talk for a minute about connecting with your husband and your marriage and the importance of that relationship being sort of together?
Yes, with my husband in the beginning was a kind of hard because I'm a Christian, he's Jewish. So he's not very religious, but sometimes they don't believe in those treatments. That they believe that God's gonna send you a child, and if you don't get pregnant, it's because God is mad at you or
Oh
something
my
like
God,
that.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, that to me was crazy. Like it was like her mom was like, if you don't have a child, it's because God is not blessing you. And
Wait,
I was like,
that's what his mom said.
yes.
Oh,
Then I
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah,
like, no. So when her she held my son for the first time, and I said, God bless me, and He's blessing you now.
yeah. Oh,
So I
it's the
was
best.
like,
It's the best.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I want to say something about that. So I'm Jewish. I was raised Jewish, but
Mhm.
I just believe in one God. I don't believe necessarily religion. I follow a lot of Joel
Yeah.
Osteen. Joel Osteen
Mhm.
is, Christian. I love his work, but
Yes. Yeah, I
I'm
love
always,
him.
I love him so much. So, um, I was just listening to a sermon and he said sometimes when things take extra long, uh, to happen and they don't happen the way you think they're going to happen, it's
Yeah.
because God so strongly wants everyone to know that it has to be a miracle from God, that you're going to spread the word about it and
Exactly.
yes. So actually, I think what happened with you is an opportunity for us to share with everyone about how miracles happen and how this actually happens, and
Exactly. Yeah.
that sometimes things don't happen when you want them to happen. They happen in what is called God's time. They don't happen in your time. They happen in God's time. and
Yes.
so I think there's definitely a different way of looking at it. It's not that if you're not getting a child right away, God's not mad at you. God's never mad at you. God loves you.
Yes.
Um,
Exactly.
the thing is, God sees how strong your faith is, And God says, okay, what I'm going to do is create such a miracle that it's undeniable that it has my hands all over it.
Exactly.
And so what happened with you, Joelma, is so clearly the work of
Yeah,
God and your
yeah,
mom.
exactly. And now my mother-in-law, she says, "Oh my God, this is a miracle. This is a miracle." And I was like, "I told you God loves me. I
Aw.
told you." Yeah.
And God loves us all, and God
Yes, of
loves those
course.
babies, and God is
Yeah.
loves those babies so much. So
Yeah.
um
If God did it for me, He's gonna do for everybody.
yes,
I'm not
and
special. I'm not more special than anybody. He's gonna do for everybody.
oh, that's so
Just believe.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So you are now sending a blessing to anyone listening to this, watching
Yes.
this interview. So we are blessing all of you. Joelma and I have both been through a lot with our fertility story. We want you to keep the faith. We want you to know that miracles happen. And if something is not happening right away, it's not that God doesn't love you. It's that God
Yeah.
loves you so much. Just taking a
And
little longer.
it doesn't mean it's a no. It means just wait. It's
Right.
gonna come.
That's what my
Yeah.
mother always says. My mother says God has 3 answers: yes, no, and wait.
Yes.
And so this is a wait sometimes.
This a wait. Yeah. For sure it is.
Well, Joelma, God bless you. God bless your family. God bless those
Amen.
babies and your son. And do you know the genders of the babies yet? You don't have to tell me.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I know it's 2 boys, so I'm gonna have 3 boys.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's going to be so much fun. And
Yes, it is.
I'm so excited to see the pictures of your son holding those babies. Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Oh my God. So I'm going to send you the link to Caroline's Newport Babies photography, just so you can
Okay, thank
see
you.
how incredible the work is and to get you
Mhm.
excited. And now that you're in Jersey, actually she's moving her studio to Tribeca, but um,
Mhm.
depending upon how long, everything, but it'll be fine. I'm excited for you. So
Thank you. Thank you so
so much
much.
love, Joelma. And you're going to be my neighbor now.
Yes, that's true. Yeah,
So hopefully I'll get to meet you in person and
sure.
see those babies. I'm so excited for you. So we're sending you so much love, and thank you so much for taking time today. And I'm going to end the recording, and then I'm going to talk with you for a minute. Okay?
Okay,
So
okay.
thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you so much. So stay on the line. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
So thank you, everyone, and I will. I guess I'll put the picture in there somehow so you guys can see the beautiful picture that started it all. Thank you so much for joining us.